I'm gonna take my Grand Pulse wake up also supplements, and then I'm gonna do some training. Some bodybuilding training today, not martial arts. Do some bicep curls. See if we do something else. So I'm gonna start with the Grand Pulse wake up also supplements. Make some coffee. First supplement will be this liposomal vitamin C. I take 2 forms of vitamin C. The regular so-called ascorbic acid vitamin C powder, which I source from Amazon, buy kilo bags of ascorbic acid from Amazon. Make my vitamin C oil, which is this. And then I take liposomal vitamin C. This. So I'm gonna start taking my Grand Pulse wake up also supplements, then I'm gonna make coffee, then I'm going to exercise, do some bodybuilding training, lift weights. As usual, I didn't eat since waking up. Fasting. Start with omega-3 fish oils. 2 capsules. Niacin. Interesting, people have been missing out. I've been sharing some posts on my Facebook page. One of them I've been talking about sugar and low sugar diet and doing the decode of the North California movie. And told you that the hidden message in North California movie, sugar represents the substance sugar and the satanic deep state. And I've been talking about how a big part of the life expectancy in America not being that high, few people make it to 120, is due to the high sugar consumption. I shared out a post on my Facebook page where somebody wrote, science shows, like study indicates that sugar is one of the main causes of heart attacks, which is one of the most common causes of death in America. People dying of heart attacks. And it was something about, possibly I pull up on Facebook in this slides and later on show you. So, what else? I posted something about vitamin C as an antitoxin, life-saving. So, jag blandar min Lippo i vattnet. Okay. Yeah. So, good to see you. Welcome. I'm just about to take my Grand Pulse wake up also supplements. So, since I do fasting, I eat 9 out of 10 days. Most days I eat only one time and fast more than 20 hours. I figured out how to be able to take a substantial, significant dose of supplements in the morning without eating breakfast. So, if I would take all the supplements that I take without omega-3 fish oil, I might get nauseous. You get too much on the stomach. So what I figured out is taking 2 to 3 omega-3 fish oil capsules, and then all the other supplements that I take enables me to take substantial amounts, significant amounts. I take large amounts of certain vitamins, supplements without getting nauseous or stomach issues. So these are omega-3 fish oil capsules. This is niacin, niacinamide, aka vitamin B3. I take 2 forms of niacin, nicotinic acid, aka flush type niacin, and niacinamide. Oh, what else have I been talking about? People are missing out, they don't understand what they could have learned here. I'm better, more competent, and more valuable to you as the celebrity health fitness influencers. Have you heard any of these guys? And I can prove that. Have you heard any of these guys that are health fitness influencers? Elliot Holtz or Mike Iserta. Have any of them talked about Abraham Hofer and mental health problems like schizophrenia in connection to niacin? There's many people that are dead or in prison because they haven't found much and learned. Meaning you're less likely to commit violent acts if you're not niacin deficient. I'm a person who have cured myself of panic attacks, depression, cured myself of asthma attacks with stopped with my ventilator inhaler. So yeah, people are missing out. So there's an agenda to keep people weak and mentally and physically. And that's why you have this like cover up where you don't see the mainstream media posting about the benefit of supplements and things like this. And there's a conspiracy to be like to have the RDA be lower, okay? Where it's like you need this much vitamin C, and then the government tells you, well, you only need this much, and maybe it's for some people be like a tenth of what they actually need, okay? So anyway, have you heard any of these health fitness influencers talk about titration to bulk tolerance of vitamin C? No. So those I can prove what I'm saying. I'm more competent and valuable than they are. So people listening to Mike Israel or one of these people, Elliot Halls, looking to learn about how to be strong, fit, and healthy. Did any of them talk about vitamin C megadosing, titration to bulk tolerance of vitamin C, Cath-Kosh, titration to bulk tolerance protocol? Did any of them tell you that if you got anxiety, depression, here are some supplements that could help you? Niacinamide, ashwagandha, and these things. No. Did any of them talk about if you know somebody's got schizophrenia, recommend that you look into, like if you got a cousin with schizophrenia or something like this, recommend that you look into Abraham Hoffer's work on mental health problems, schizophrenia. He cured some of people with schizophrenia with niacin and vitamin. And it's not like only schizophrenics need niacin. They will need a lot more. Okay. So anyway, let's start taking my supplements. NAC and N-acetylcysteine. And I've been talking about vitamin C megadose for many years. And I guess for a lot of people, it wasn't until they saw Susan Humphries being interviewed on Rogan's podcast that they heard from somebody who's a proponent, who promotes megadose vitamin C. Susan Humphries didn't talk about that on the podcast, but I knew who she was before she appeared on the podcast, and you would too if you would have been watching my channel. She's in my vitamin C King of Vitamins playlist, and she has several videos on vitamin C. Okay, and you would have heard about her years before you watched Rogan's podcast if you've been keeping an eye on my channel. That was NAC and N-acetylcysteine. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an adapted and ignores cortisol, the stress hormone. So people have anxiety and stress, which a lot of people do now, anxiety, stress. You can also learn how to reduce that naturally. This is vitamin D3 and K2, which means there's both D3 and K2 in this. And the K2 enhances the absorption of the D3. So ashwagandha and then vitamin D3, K2. Skin collagen. Now, supplementing with vitamin C in of itself will give you more collagen. Vitamin C is part of collagen synthesis. So if you're vitamin C deficient, as a lot of people are, you're missing like a building block for creating collagen. So before, if you're a person who cares about skin health, things like this, before you buy a collagen supplement, start supplementing with vitamin C. And then you can also take collagen. So this is skin collagen, is called. There's different types of collagen, type 1, type 2, type 3. We're gonna take ALA, alpha-lipoic acid. MSM. So I'm going to make my super strength coffee. This is instant coffee powder, about a tablespoon, and then I'm going to add 200 milligrams of caffeine sourced from this caffeine tablet. So these are 200 milligram caffeine tablets. Another thing I like to do, I like to add Himalayan pink salt and sea salt to my coffee. There you go. Yeah, since YouTube is censorship, I like to put in a disclaimer anytime I give health fitness information and advice. Well, not talk about health fitness. Nothing I say in this video is to be taken as medical advice or information. It's still not possible thinking about things. And talk to a doctor, licensed physician for making changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and the medication. Okay. Talk to a doctor for starting to stop or take any supplements or medication. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're watching my videos. Use the algorithm. Another thing, I recommend people to buy fluoride-free toothpaste, as I do, and filter your water. Start filtering water. And if you're going to use mouthwash, I recommend you make your own mouthwash, not buying the commercial ones. What I use for mouthwash is, I make my own salt water. Get a glass bottle, put salt in the roll up water, pour in the water, and use that just salt water. It's mouthwash, and also for nasal rinses, sinus cleanses, to flush my sinuses. That's what I have it is. So, what did I say? Take grand portion of also supplements, make coffee, then exercise. So I'm gonna make this cup of coffee and then I'll start exercising. I'll do is at least 3 sets of bicep hammer curls, 10 kilos. I don't have to use heavy weights on it. 10 kilos is what, 22 pounds, I think. So up to 10 kilos is what I use for exercising when it comes to weights. And I don't need more than that. Alright, coffee's made. I'm gonna start exercising. That weight there is at least 10 kilos, possibly 12. But I'm counting it as 10. I'm gonna get the second one now. We can use just this one. That's 5. 7. 8. 9. I said at least 10. 10. That's 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. And I'm switching to left arm right away. 1, 2, 8. 10. 11. 13. 14. 15. Switch right away to the right one and I'm going for 12. That's 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Switch right away to left arm. So this will be what? Set 2 on the left arm or 3. I'll remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, That's 8. Nine. That's 3 sets, each on 10 kilos plus, okay? I count this at 10, I think it might be 12. So 22 pounds at least. 3 sets, 10 reps per set, 10 plus. I'd rather be ripped with a 6-pack than soft and fat. I'm 36. Unfortunately, it's not a young men in the 20s now that have dad boards in the 20s. I'm 36, I maintain a ripped physique. Here, cutting sugar intake for just 9 days significantly reduces liver fat, boosts insulin sensitivity, and helps reverse damage. I've been a proponent of low sugar lifestyle for many years. I eat less than 10 grams of sugar per day as opposed to the 88 plus grams the average American consumes. So other than the rare day, I consume less than 10 grams of sugar per day. Here's another thing that makes it less likely that Christians would have died that have been listening to the sellouts. I've been warning people about root canals. So the body of Christ has been short. So you've been better off listening to me than the sellouts you've been listening to. There's Christians that have died, gotten cancer, heart attacks, that still will be alive if they've been listening to me. Their pastor hasn't told them, warned them about root canals, talked about the of the low sugar, of the high sugar diet, and talking about fiber also. Two things that can give you a heart attack: an infected tooth, root canal, and a high sugar diet. You're less likely to get a heart attack if you eat a low sugar diet and don't get a root canal. And these two things are connected. So an infected tooth will be leaking bacteria into the bloodstream, and it can cause heart attacks. And why do a lot of people get root canals? Is because they get a tooth infection. And there'd be less people getting root canal procedures done if they would be eating a low sugar diet, because sugar causes cavities. Oh my. 3 sets of 10 kilo bicep curls, 10 reps per set at least. Guys, if you're looking to live longer, look and feel better, watch my videos, learn and apply. I credit God with the fact that I know what I know about health, fitness. I've been able to cure myself of several mental, physical health problems. As I said, I used to use a vent line inhaler for my asthma. I would get asthma attacks. Cured myself of asthma attacks. I stopped collecting my vent line inhaler. Don't get asthma attacks anymore. Another thing, you suffer from panic attacks as a mental health problem for many years. High stress, anxiety. And I would be having like panic attacks as a problem, because there wouldn't be like a month where at least one panic attack. Cured myself with that too, without big pharma drugs or talk therapy. Which means it's not improvement, it's total cessation, meaning didn't have one panic attack the last 3 years at least, which means going from having this once a month for years on end to not having one in 3 years. So that's a cure. That's not improvement, that's a cure. So asthma attacks, panic attacks, cure myself for that. So this is what the Bible Church don't like you to learn, because they're working to murder Christians. That is like they're not caring about you, they're not looking out for you. See? And they be working with narcissistic dog abuse types in the videos. They're trying to deceive you and get you not taking seriously my videos. From seeing you make videos exporting the Bible Church. Okay. So Tom Segall actually did that one of his videos. Narcissistic dog abuse tactics. Where he goes and trying to do narcissistic evaluation. Was like, when I was in the hospital, I had this guy, I could tell he was doing narcissistic abuse tactics. So anyway, you're gonna have to answer to God for how you've been taking care of your flock, which God has made an overseer, if God didn't make an overseer, if God picked to be a pastor. You're gonna have to answer. I've been doing the job without being paid, see, a better job. In teaching people the truth without being paid than other people get paid to. So people that make a lot of money being health fitness influencers, I'll be more valuable than them in teaching people health fitness truth without being paid. See? And these people have the job to teach the Bible and take care of other Christians, to edify them. And I've been doing a better job without being paid. So, if you want to live longer, look and feel better, you need to watch my videos, take my advice. And something I've been warning people about for years is root canals. Promoting a low sugar diet and telling you to look into supplementation, vitamin C, D, magnesium. Notice I don't just make things up when I say be less likely to die. Tom Levy, who's knowledgeable in health fitness, some of the supplements I've been taking and recommend other people to take. He's like, if you take these, all-cause mortality goes down. I mean, you're less likely to die if you take these supplements than if you don't. So, I never heard Tom Levy teach anything that upon research is proven to be bullshit. So I never heard him teach something that later on be like, oh, he was wrong or something like this. Yeah. So, bicycles, see what else is there. What's your excuse to be fat and out of shape, by the way, if you're fat out of shape? My mother is 50 plus with diabetes, okay? And I've been helping her with her health, and she's had her health improved just from supplementation. And then like the general kind of some health fitness advice, like here's good things to add to your food or something like this. And she could be like, well, I got diabetes, I need to like inject insulin every day, so I'm fat, I'm gonna be fat, and say it's not my fault, I need to eat like sugar and carbs to deal with my blood sugar, okay? And she could use that as an excuse. But she had like a thing which is like weighed herself, she was 90 kilos. Now she's like a middle-aged woman with diabetes, type 1 diabetes. And she weighed herself, she's 90 kilos. So I'm 70 something, okay? I'm 5'11" and 70 plus kilos, okay? And she's maybe 160 centimeters something, 150, I don't know, 157 maybe, I don't know, 100. So around 160 centimeters, okay? 90 kilos. And when she told me that, I'm like, where are you hiding all these pounds? Okay, she's like, I'm 90 kilos. And I'm like, where are you hiding all these pounds? Okay. She's like, it's my belly. And she's like, she had like a come to Jesus moment. She's not a Christian, she said, okay. But she had like enough is enough. She weighed herself. And also had they go, well, I'm a diabetic. It's hard to keep my weight because I gotta eat. So diabetics, I don't tell them to quit sugar because diabetics will recommend almond fasting because diabetics need to use insulin and like sometimes like, oh, my blood sugar, so I need to eat some like some easy that they might need to drink something sugary, some fruit juice or stuff like this to modulate the blood sugar, up or down regulate, and like down regulate, I guess is the insulin. I noticed she didn't use as an excuse, like, oh yeah, I'm fat, it's just the way it is, can't help it, I'm diabetic. No, she's 60 plus, 50 for sure, with type 1 diabetes, and she weighed herself and said, I'm 90 kilos, and it's like, enough is enough. Within 2 weeks, or like, I've got a problem, I got too much fat. She's going to the swimming hall, like the public gym where they have a swimming pool, and started doing laps. So last time I talked to her, she had been doing 10 reps, 10 laps, 25 yards, okay? Meaning like swimming up, down, 10 times. Last time she went to the swimming pool. So she goes, that's one exercise she does, cardio. She jumps in there, she swims back and forth 10 times. So it's like, what's your excuse? Oh, especially if you're a man. It's like my mom is like 50 plus with diabetes. Go look at the scale. I got too much fat in my body, and she instantly, like within 2 weeks, has gotten on like a protocol where she's doing something about it. Okay, she starts exercising, swimming, and she's taking walks and things like this. I also told her, it's like, when you come visit, which she does maybe once a month or so, like sit down for coffee. When we meet each other, like when we let's get back to doing like the knife fighting martial arts sparring, and then possibly we could do some other martial arts training. Because for me, maybe I had to be like jogging for 20 minutes, okay, but for her just like 5 minutes of shadow boxing becomes like cardio for her, okay. So it's like just her like moving around and doing some kind of shadow boxing or knife fighting sport for just like 5 minutes. That takes quite a lot out of her. So yeah. Now, let's go to pull-ups. Do some pull-ups. Got this new tactical gloves, bottom of team. I could still call it team. Some people say 10. I like team. I like to get my chin above the bar. That's 3. 4. Yeah. I'll do some more of these. Two, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 on the left arm too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here you go. Now I'll do some push-ups. On the knuckles. Keep it tight. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See if you can best that. Make a fist on the knuckles. 10 push-ups this tight. One of them was a push-off too. One more. These are the most common types of push-ups that I do. Most of the time I do these, I call them baby push-ups sometimes. Or you can call them incline or table push-ups. So it's push-ups against the tower countertop. And sometimes I do the push-off too. So, starting out about shoulder width. That really shows how wicked you have to be if you do Bible church. Because at my size teaching Christians, my God has taught him to heal himself. And teaching you, being better than a registered nurse or MD or helping people improve their health in a lot of ways. Maybe like trying to get Christians not take me seriously. Like, well, I'm trying to perception manage my views in case they find Mike. Because if you take him seriously, you'll be less likely to die of a heart attack or cancer or something like this. See, this bad, and then this wicked. See, the Bible Church is one of these churches that have taught me for the persecution one called gang stalking, with narcissistic always abuse tactics. That also shows how wicked you are, working to persecute God's children for the satanic deep state. 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of Christians and Christian pastor ministries that participate in gang stalking. Alright. And I'm unique. There's nobody else like me. See this only face alone that's been teaching what I've been teaching. The truth of the world system. Show me hidden plain your truth. Old movies teaching you how to be stronger, feel healthier, how to prevent diseases, how to deal with disease before they have mental, physical health problems. And I'm not joking. It might sound like I'm exaggerating if I say like I haven't seen any other health fitness influencer on YouTube that's as valuable as I am. And saying things like Mike Israel or Elliot Holtz, who's a Catholic by the way. And he's like a strong man bodybuilder. Okay. Saying like I'm better than that. I mean, I've been more valuable to my viewers, people looking to be strong, fitter, healthier. I've been more valuable than these guys. And then to back that up, if you get to a point where you realize that what I've been talking about, omega also vitamin C, and it's a good way to take these supplements, and how it's dangerous to have an infected tooth like a root canal. And I've been like, oh, Mike has been warning me for years about root canals. He's been promoting taking vitamin C, significant amounts, and then the big five or whatever that Tom Leader says will reduce mortality rates. I mean, if everybody would take these supplements, there'd be less people dying every year. Oh, that's what Mike has been recommending and shown himself take things like this. So has Mike Israel been talking about niacinamide and schizophrenia? So if you know what calcium discuss schizophrenia, have you heard about titration balance vitamin C? Has Mike Israel been promoting mega dose and vitamin C and other vitamins? I have. Have he talked about CAS concentration balance protocol? No. Has he been warning about root canals? Has he been promoting a low sugar diet? No. Even Derek, more plates, more dates, was promoting mega dose and creatine. Now that's not a vitamin. But like me, I've been taking 10 plus grams of creatine per day. Mike Israel is a waste of time. Okay. Derek, more plates, more dates. It's like, yeah, 20 plus grams of creatine per day. Going above 10 can have some benefits. Mentally too. The studies shown that creatine doesn't just help with what I've been doing, getting energy for exercising and to absorb liquid and things like this, but it also helps mentally. I remember seeing one study where it's like people that are sleep deprived supplemented with creatine can remove the mental, acute mental decline. I mean, if you are sleep deprived, you have certain mental, like you're not as sharp mental as it is. The studies indicating that people that haven't got enough sleep, if they take enough creatine in a 24-hour period, it kind of negates or removes the expected effect of sleep deprivation mentally. So anyway, I've been talking about recommending mega dose vitamin C, warning people are getting root canals, promoting a low sugar diet, and recommending supplementation generally. Vitamin D3, and if I just show what I'm taking, is helping out. Because nothing I take is pointless. Okay, I'm not rich, I don't have money to waste on pointless supplements. Anything I take is something that does something, okay. So what does my supplement protocol look like? The basis, the fundamental, is vitamin C. Getting a lot of vitamin C. So I buy kilo bags of ascorbic acid, vitamin C powder on Amazon. I ran out of that. So last time I did some shopping, I bought some of these 37 gram centimere ascorbic acid bags, which I have in the supermarket. So ICA, the ICA supermarket in Sweden, which I've gone to like IRL streaming live shopping there sometimes. That's the one store in this city I know that carries ascorbic acid. And it's like a franchise, which means they're gonna have the same, at least like the basic, they're gonna have the same stock all over Sweden. Okay, now if you have like a village ICA, then it's small. They're not gonna have as wide of a
stock, okay, and the bigger ones like the one here, they have, but basically every ICA has like the same thing. They have like a gardening section, they have like a pet section, they have produce, they have some clothing items, things like this, and it can vary like how big that section is, okay. So if it's a big supermarket in a big city, they're more likely to have the tool section have more tools in it, okay. So they have pretty much everything, okay. Anyway, the ICA supermarket is the only store in this city that I know that sells ascorbic acid, and the only company I know that, which I really like, kind of getting a free advertisement, talk about Centimere ascorbic acid, because they're the one company that is responsible for, like, Swedish people every time they go to supermarket, ICA supermarket, they could get 37 grams of pure ascorbic acid vitamin C powder. And Centimere is the only company I know in Sweden that, like, it's a spice company that sells pure ascorbic acid cheaply. I think it's $1.5 for a 37 gram bag. Now the reason I buy kilo bags on Amazon is, as with everything, the bigger you buy it in bulk is cheaper. So, okay. Hello, okay, we got a person, hello there. So anyway, the basis, like the most important part of my supplement protocol, vitamin C. So if I had to, like, pick only one vitamin to keep taking out all the ones I'm taking, I would pick vitamin C. There's some other ones that are really important too, but I'd say vitamin C would be, if I could only pick one to bring to the proverbial deserted island, that would be vitamin C. So I buy vitamin C powder in bulk on Amazon, and sometimes it's happened if I run out of the vitamin C I bought from Amazon, I go down to the supermarket and buy like a stack of the 37 gram bags. They are Centimere ascorbic acid. And how do I take that? I make vitamin C water. So I get the ascorbic acid powder, poured into water, stirred up. Starting out, I would be making sodium, what is it called? Not ascorbate, sodium bicarbonate, by mixing sodium bicarb with ascorbic acid. A third to 50% as much food-based sodium bicarb as ascorbic acid to pH reduce it or pH neutralize it. Now, dilutation alone can reduce the acidity. So let's say I want to have half liter of water with 30 grams of vitamin C in there for some reason. And I put in just 30 grams of vitamin C and stir until it's mixed. It'll be like sour, like drinking raw lemon juice or worse, okay? So in a situation like that, I could add 50% as much food-based sodium bicarb, anyway, effervesce and bubble, and then it will reduce the acidity. Now, dilutation alone works. If I have a liter glass bottle of vitamin C or water, and I add 2 heaping teaspoons, that'll be approximately 10 grams of vitamin C. And just by mixing it with a liter of water will significantly reduce the acidity. So 10 grams to a liter is going to be sour, but not so much it becomes a problem. So I take 2 forms of vitamin C, regular ascorbic acid powder, and then what I took earlier, the liposomal vitamin C. Hello, Mr. Mike, Japan friend. Hello, friend. Japan friend, name is Yado-san. Okay, Yado-san. Good to see you, welcome. I'm asleep, good night. Okay, good night. Konbanwa. Oyasumi, or how does she say? Good night. Konbanwa, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. With an S. Okay, thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Konbanwa. Nihon friend. Okay. So, yeah. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, okay, so I take vitamin C 2 forms. What are 2 forms? Regular ascorbic acid powder, okay? So it's vitamin C powder, I buy it loose in bulk, it looks like sugar or salt, okay? Like it's the opposite of sugar in terms of what it does for your health, okay? So, and then I just mix it into water and drink it, okay? And I recommend people, if you care about my advice, But why would it take me serious? I'm just a person who killed myself with panic attacks and asthma attacks and all this other stuff. And he's ripped with a six-pack and has superhuman athleticism and stamina and things like that. Okay, so anyway, I'm not talking to like you right now. I'm being like facetious, a little provocative to general you. So hello, Nihon-san, Yado-san, Nihon friendly. Watashi wa watashi o namae wa Mikio-san. Okay, this. Okay, watashi wa Sweden desu. Sweden. Anata wa Nihon desu. Konbanwa. Oyasumi. Konbanwa. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you with the S. Thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for hitting a like on my stream. Arigato gozaimasu. Okay, so it will be. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think. So yeah. So I'm talking about health fitness. Okay. So Japanese people are less hurting, I would say. There's more American and Swedish people that have more of a need to get coached on how to make it to 100 if that's what they want to do. There's more people make it to 100 in Japan. So America is not a country for old men. The life expectancy is shorter. Japan has traditionally been a country of centennials, where there's quite a lot of people that make it to 100. Okay, God put a limit. My spirit should not always strive with man, for it's but flesh. His days shall be 120 years after this. God put a limit to human lifespan to around 120 years. If you read the Old Testament, Genesis, it's going to get certain passages of, this guy lived until he was 800 years old or something like this. So it's a certain point in time where God was like, I've had enough of you guys crap, okay? It's like, enough is enough. I'm putting like a governor on your life. You get to live to 120 years, okay? And then you return to the dust, okay? So I'm not going to give you false hope and you take my health advice, you make it 150 or something like this. Because you can't beat guys. If God put a limit to like, if people get to live to around 120 years, that's the limit, okay? So now there should be more people make it to 120. And it's kind of common that people die in the 70s and 80s. So one of my advices would be start megadosing vitamin C, supplement with vitamin C. And megadosing as opposed to microdosing. Megadosing, I'm not saying too much. Megadosing meaning enough, take enough, okay? Or as close to enough as possible. So megadosing doesn't mean too much, it means enough. Okay, and as close enough as possible. If you can't make it like exactly that. So the homework for today, have a notepad if you're watching this. Write down Cathcart titration bowel clearance protocol. Okay, then you can write down that's it right now. So okay, you can take a look at it. Possibly if I feel extra kind, I can, after I finish this, I do that sometimes. I go and get links and put links in the description or comment section of my video, sometimes with timestamps. So I could go replay this and go like 52 minutes 13, link to Cathcart titration bowel clearance protocol, and then like a link to it. We'll see, I'm not promising that. So anyway, I take supplements. What type of supplements do I take? I take vitamin C, okay. Regular, quote-unquote, vitamin C powder. I buy it in bulk, make vitamin C water. And the best way to take vitamin C is not once a day. So I drink vitamin C water throughout the day. So let's say I wanted to take 10 grams a day of vitamin C. Let's say, that's not a recommendation. I'm saying, let's say I want to take 10 grams of vitamin C per day. I would take 10 grams in the morning, and then wait until the next morning, take another 10 grams. I would divide the 10 gram dose into 10 1 gram doses and spread out throughout the day. Okay, or take a loading dose to 3 grams in the morning and the rest of them 1 gram doses. Okay, so vitamin C is important. Start taking vitamin C. It's my recommendation. I'm gonna have to do another disclaimer at the back end of this. I already did one before. Okay, so I take vitamin C regular and then liposomal. And liposomal vitamin C might be the most expensive supplement that I take, but it's worth it. Once again, I'm not an idiot and I'm not rich. So I wouldn't be spending money on it if it wasn't worth it. Okay. So liposomal vitamin C, it's like from the science research that in the lab with like this like smoke on my mad scientists, more or less mad, more or less scientists, but the scientists enough to figure out like a very effective vitamin C form, and they altered C liposomal. That's the ones that invented it, as far as I'm concerned. So, okay, if I'm concerned on that's what I believe is the fact that they invented liposomal vitamin C. So, liposomal is like a gel, like a ketchup pack. Where I took it earlier, and I squeeze. How I take it, I squeeze it into my mouth, and then wash it down with water. So how I took it earlier in the stream, just squeeze the liposomal vitamin C gel into my mouth, then wash it down with vitamin C water. Now, how the manufacturer says to take it, I recommend it, is you put it in a water, like a glass of water, a shot glass, and maybe stir it up and like swoosh it down. Now, I don't care, I'm not like that picky. It's, I don't have a problem with it. I just squeeze it into my mouth and wash it down. So I think if you try it, it's like, oh, it tastes weird. It's like, oh yeah, it's easy to wash down with water though. So, vitamin C, two forms, liposomal regular is what I take. And I take it as a pre and post workout. So I noticed my PR is as high as if normally I can do like, let's say 15 bicep curls with a 10 kilo bicep with a 10 kilo weight. If I take vitamin C before, it's like, oh, maybe I can go 17 or something like this. I noticed like exercising, if I've been out of like from vitamin C and didn't take for like 3, 4, 5, 6 days, it's like I don't have as much energy for my workouts. I can't do as many repetitions as I normally can. So I also like to take it as a post-workout. So anytime my body is dealing with a significant stressor, if that's I didn't get enough sleep or I've been literally stressed out, I have been eating a lot of sugar or like a cheat day, I like to take more vitamin C. So I like to match my vitamin C intake to if there's something I'm dealing with right now, if I've gotten too little sleep, I will need more vitamin C the day after a night of bad sleep. If I've been dealing with like allergies, I need more vitamin C. Things like this. If I'm exercising hard, I'm gonna need more vitamin C after exercising. So it's not complicated. Start taking vitamin C. And my recommendation for every human adult out there is 3 to 12 grams per day of regular vitamin C. So bare minimum 3 grams per day. And so somewhere between 3 and 12 grams of vitamin C per day for a human adult. Okay, and that's a good, that will do a lot for you. That will do a lot for you. So let's say 6 grams then, okay? And that's something that most people are able to take that advice. Vitamin C is one of the most cheapest vitamins there is in existence. And the bang for your buck you get, you're better off buying vitamin C powder if you're looking to look and feel better than astaxanthin or something like this, or this or that or the other thing. So like how much vitamin E, how much money you would have to spend on vitamin E to have this antioxidant effect versus how much money you had to spend on vitamin C to have this antioxidant effect. It makes a lot of sense. So vitamin C is a super vitamin. It's the most important one, I would say. So as a human adult, I recommend you get 6 grams of vitamin C per day. How? Not 6 grams once a day. Ultimately, you take 3, 6. You take 3 doses per day, okay? So 2, 4, 6. So you take 2. I'm learning math in real time here, okay? That's not my strong suit. It's nothing I boast about how good I am at it. Math is not one of them. I still count on my fingers, okay? So I got one of these things where I'm like a genius in some ways, and then like a retard in others, okay? So I'm still like doing math, kind of like this, okay? Okay, but it's like, anyway, support. Vitamin C, 6 grams per day is my recommendation, okay? So 2 grams, 3 extra day. So if you want to take my advice, you can take it or not, okay? But here's my advice, if you want to be healthier. Start taking 6 grams of vitamin C per day. How? 2 grams vitamin C 3 times a day. Now I will teach you exactly how to do it. So you will learn everything you need to become a vitamin C mega doser in this video. So I already given you the amount. So it's like how much is the recommended amount I want to need. Not the all day, that's like 75 milligrams or whatever it is. Okay. Okay. You can give that to your birds. Okay. And the SAHA had a saying, it was like, yeah, you can give the all day to your birds. I got an actual body birds about this small and they're not smoking or eating sugar. Okay. And maybe for them, 75 milligrams will all way. Okay. So anyway, as a point, or your house plant or something like this, it'd be enough to neutralize the chlorine in the water in our body plants with. 75 milligrams to 2 deciliters of water might be just enough to neutralize the chlorine in the tap water. Okay, so the in vitro in vivo. Vitamin C is an antitoxin in vitro in vivo. So anyway, which means in test tube, petri dish, and in the human body, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about the definitions. I got the ones that I got, and they're working actually. So here's the point. If you're living inside of test tubes, try to get the scientists to get you there, they're studying you to add some vitamin C to it. So anyway, here's the point. Okay. Vitamin C, I recommend people to start taking all human adults 6 grams of vitamin C per day, 2 grams 3 times a day, totaling 6 grams of vitamin C per day. So take 2 grams in the morning, start a day. Recommend you build a habit of this. You take 2 grams of vitamin C within an hour waking up, 2 grams in the middle of the day around lunchtime, and 2 grams of vitamin C towards the end of the day. So you go like 6, 12, 6, for example. And it doesn't have to be on the hour or a special, like it doesn't have to be that you take it with exactly this many hours apart for it to work, but as like a protocol that's easy to follow that will have an effect. 3 doses of vitamin C per day, 2 grams each dose, totaling 6 grams per day. That's 6,000 milligrams. Okay. And how you do that, you buy vitamin C powder, ascorbic acid powder, aka vitamin C. Ascorbic acid might sound scary, like acid. It's not battery acid, like acid. Ascorbic acid is the science name for vitamin C. So the vitamin C inside of a lemon is ascorbic acid, okay? So ascorbic acid is a different name for vitamin C, okay? H2O, aka water. So if I tell you need to check my H2O, people might go, well, what's this? Sounds like some kind of chemical. H2O, aka water. H2O2 hydrogen peroxide. So these are just different, the science name for the same thing that commonly might be called vitamin C or water, like H2O. So ascorbic acid is vitamin C. Vitamin C is ascorbic acid. And don't fall for the fake marketing where they go, you need to have natural sources of bioflavonoids. That's the best, synthetic bad. When people are selling kind of like acerola powder or something, it's like has natural vitamin C and bioflavonoids. Okay, and it costs 3 times as much per gram vitamin C as synthetic vitamin C, quote unquote. Okay, so anyway, vitamin C is extracted from corn, I'm pretty sure it's how they do it. It's derived from corn, if I remember right. And it doesn't matter if it comes from GMO corn or not. Okay, it's like ascorbic acid. So here's the point. You buy vitamin C powder and you make vitamin C water. So here's how to follow the advice where I recommended you to take 6 grams of vitamin C per day. You get, you order vitamin C powder on Amazon or somewhere else. Pure ascorbic acid powder. 100 grams or half a kilo or a kilo. So a kilo of vitamin C powder costs approximately $30, around $30. And if you would take the advice, my recommendation to take 6 grams of it a day, that would be close to a deal for $30. So bear that in mind if you think it looks expensive, a kilo of vitamin C powder for around $30. That will give you around a year of 6 grams of vitamin C per day. Okay, so you buy ascorbic acid powder, vitamin C powder. If you watch this, you're in Philippines or Thailand, you can find vitamin C on Shopee. Okay, Shopee.th or Shopee.ph. If you're in Cambodia, I recommend drinking arsenic, okay, and not vitamin C, because they're wedging involved with the country that my wife lives in. So the specific advice to Cambodians watching this is get like a shotgun and just put it in your fucking mouth like this and something like this. Or if you have arsenic in there, drink that. That's a joke, okay? That's a disclaimer. Nobody should hurt themselves or drink arsenic. But it's kind of like a joke like this. So the Cambodians are being real bad guys right now. Starting topic with Thailand. My wife lives in Thailand, so The Cambodians, you can go jump in the lake. So anyway, or fire, most of your body anyway, get safe. So my hashtag get safe. That's the point. Nobody should take also or get a shot. Okay, it's a joke, like a bird did. So no anti-inflammation for Cambodians. If you watch this in Cambodia, don't whatever. So it's a point. Yeah. So I recommend you start taking 6 grams of vitamin C per day. Buy vitamin C powder on Amazon, or if you're in America, okay. Well, I'm in Sweden, I buy from Amazon. If you're in the Philippines or Thailand, you can go to Shopee, online platform, and you can find vitamin C there, both powder and capsules. Okay, that's where my girlfriend buys it. And she's bought both capsules and loose powder on Shopee.th, Thailand. Okay, and I help with the research on sometimes, but I've been adding things to the regime, like I want to start taking more magnesium, okay, and then I go research and find a good supplement. This is good magnesium. Or sometimes she goes, what about this one? Sends me a link and I check it and look at the label and I go, no, this one is not good. It has iron in it or something like this, or it says something like that. So here's the point. Buy vitamin C powder, and once you get half a liter glass, okay, a pint glass. You get a heaping teaspoon. You get a teaspoon. You scoop up a heaping teaspoon, not flat, a heaping teaspoon of vitamin C powder. Put it in the glass. Now you add a little bit of cold water. Stir it. Add a little bit more water. Stir. A little bit more water. Stir until you have a full glass of water with all the powder being mixed into the liquid. Okay. So you stir until it's completely mixed in. At that point, you have half a liter with approximately 6 grams of vitamin C in it, 5.8 or, okay, but it is approximately 6 grams of vitamin C. And to adhere to the advice of the protocol that I've been sharing, 2 grams 3 times per day of vitamin C. All you need to do after you make this in the morning is you drink the first third, a third of it, right after making it, and put it in the fridge if you got a day at home. And then in the middle of the day, the second third, at the end of the day, the last third. So there'll be 2 grams 3 times a day. So if you have a glass with 6 grams of vitamin C in it, and you drink a third of that, there will be 2 grams of vitamin C. Okay. So it's kind of simple. So that's how to follow the advice. People don't want to get on the protocol, make it also vitamin C protocol. That's a good way to do it. Cheap and effective. And if you can afford, I recommend it to also invest in liposomal vitamin C. Buy a 30-pack liposomal vitamin C. It's around $70, $65, $70. And it's 30 packs. And you take one every day, at least. So 6 grams of regular plus 1 liposomal per day is a good protocol. And that will do a lot for you. So, and if you're like, wow, 6 grams is too much, okay, well, the closer you can get to 6 grams, the better. So if you get 3 grams per day, 1 gram 3 times a day, that's better than nothing, okay? Or if you take just 1 gram per day. If you're like, I can't afford it or something like this, it'd be really poor. $30 for around $30 for a kilo of vitamin C, that will last you 6 grams a day, around a year. So anyway, other supplements I recommend people to take: vitamin D3 with K2, magnesium, not less than 500 milligrams per day, niacinamide, not less than 500 milligrams per day. Niacinamide, a B complex. So these are like 5 supplements I recommend everybody take: vitamin C, magnesium, niacin, D3, K2, I counted that as one supplement, and a B complex. Okay, 5. Vitamin C, niacin, magnesium, D3, K2, and a B complex. Okay. And a B complex is lovely. So not all supplements are created equal. A liposomal vitamin B complex is gonna do a lot more for you than a tablet, but it's like most people don't, unless you make a radical change to your diet, are not gonna afford to take all the supplements in liposomal form. Okay, so if you're gonna pick one, I recommend vitamin C. Okay, liposomal vitamin C, and they have liposomal magnesium, they have liposomal B comp, all kinds of stuff. So anyways, the point, you don't have to take liposomal to see health improvement, but it's like being as helpful as I can. You get the 6 grams of vitamin C per day, that's going to be a lot for you. And better yet, if you want to invest in yourself even more, you add liposomal vitamin C to the protocol, to the regime. So 6 grams regular, 1 gram liposomal, that's going to be a lot for you. And if you right now are ready to spend like $70 on liposomal vitamin C, at least take the regular vitamin C. I don't care, it doesn't matter what brand it is, it's ascorbic acid. The liposomal, it matters, there's a lot of fraud, scam, liposomal supplements on the market. Okay, so I recommend Alternate, Livon Labs, and they're the ones that invented liposomal. And then after they come up with the liposomal vitamin C, there's other manufacturers come up with it, and they claim it's liposomal. Some of these are scams, and it's more than a emulsification than true liposomes. You can't count on having 2 liposomes in the mix. And emulsification would be like if I make vitamin C water and put coconut cream in it and stir it up, there'd be an emulsification. Whereas like it's mixed into fat. Okay, so if you want to ensure that you get real, true liposomes, you don't try to make it yourself. I've seen people try to like, yeah, you can make your own liposome, but be like, get a UV cleaning machine and lecithin and alcohol and ascorbic acid, and you stir it up in a blender or something like this, so you and really boo. I don't. If I believe that would be working, I would make my own liposome vitamin C, okay, and not spend money for it. I'm all about do it yourself, but some things you have to accept that you can't, okay. So unless I'll be able to like break into Altern's lab and like find the secret documents and the cantrips and everything, they say to make a batch and make off like a bandit. It's like it's not gonna happen. Okay, so okay, I say if I could find like a tank that's pure, like I take a bath, I jump in there and be like Donald Duck, like the Duck Test Universe with bathing money. I'd be in there like soaking in it and drinking it and do okay, but it's like that's not how it works. So they were also really proud of people. They smelled like it was be smelling creepy after I was in there. Okay, so it's like whatever. They support, like in the vats. Okay, so where his support? Yeah, vitamin C. His support. I recommend people, adults, take these supplements. Vitamin C. Okay, magnesium, niacin, vitamin D3 with K2. A B complex, so vitamin C, B complex, niacin, magnesium, D3K2. Okay, it'll be a lot for you. And if you can't afford all these things, well, at least get as much, as close to 6 grams of vitamin C per day. Okay, it'll be a lot for you. So now I need to do another disclaimer on YouTube. So nothing I've said in this live stream is to take as medical advice information. It's pure my personal belief and opinion of things. It's not intended to replace or supplant the care of a licensed physician. Okay? Talk to a doctor, a licensed physician, meaning a licensed definition, licensed physician. Okay. Talk to a doctor before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and medication. Talk to a doctor before starting to stop to take any supplements or medications. Okay. So, there's the, yeah. That's not the most impressive legs. Okay. Need better lighting. So, where is the point? I'm finishing up. 1 hour, 15 minutes. So I decided to exercise, and I did it. That's discipline. I didn't really feel like that. Like some days I feel like I can't help my exercising. Today I was like sitting around, listening to videos, not being that active, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go live on exercise, do a training session. And then I did it. So I didn't feel like, I really feel like exercise. I go, you know what, I want to do something, just do exercising, and I did it. So. As I told you before, what's your excuse? My mother, who's a type 1 diabetic, 60 plus, she had a moment where she went on a scale. It's like she's 90 kilos. She's a heavyweight at this point, or close to it. She's 90 kilos, okay? And she's like, what, 5'4" or something like this, 5'2", I don't know, 5'1", 90 kilos. And when she told me that, I love my mom, she's great. She's like, my mom was like, hey, it's like, I need to get a hold of myself. I weighed myself that day, I'm 90 kilos. And I'm like, where are you storing all these pounds, okay, these kilos? Because she's like, she's sure that it doesn't look like really fat. I was shocked she's 90 kilos, okay. I've been in the room with her. It's actually, I wouldn't guess 90, I might guess, well, maybe 75 or something like this. So that's the point. And she's like, well, it's my stomach. So she's like, honest, like, it's my belly. And I go, it's like, all right, well, okay. And she goes, yeah, enough is enough. And she gets on a protocol. And it's like nobody has like pushed her. She goes like, yeah. She starts going to the swimming hall where they have a swimming. And it's like, I'm gonna start exercising more. She goes, enough is enough. You saw the scale. I'm 90 kilos. Enough is enough. And it's like, I'm gonna start exercising more. And then within like 2 weeks of that decision, she's going maybe once a week or something. She's going to the swimming hall and doing laps. So last time I asked her what her exercise was, she did 10 laps, okay, like a swimming hall, and they go like up and then down. She did 10 of those, 25 meters, around 25 yards per. Okay, so it's around 25 yards, and she did that 10 times 10, okay. And she's also doing more walks and things like this. So, what's your excuse? She's a diabetic, which means she can't really. The easiest way to lose weight is a kind of like OMAD fasting. One of the most reliable ways is to do fasting and reduce your carbohydrate intake. So it's like almost impossible not to lose weight if somebody would do OMAD fasting and eat a low carb meal when you eat. Okay, like stay below 100 grams of carbohydrates per day in a normal month. This would be like impossible almost to not lose weight. Okay, so that's the point. If you're overweight, that is. Now, so with a diabetic, type 1 diabetic, I never told my mom's type 1 diabetic to start doing OMAD fasting, to stop eating sugar. She actually has to, sometimes her blood sugar is lower, she drinks some fruit juice or something like this, or even eats some candy to raise her blood sugar insulin or something like this, how it works, and stuff like this. So, if you have type 1 diabetes, it's easy to get fat and harder to lose weight, and somebody like diet advice that helps people that are not diabetics to lose weight are not recommended for diabetics. Okay. Now, even with that, being middle-aged plus, like 60 plus, and a type 1 diabetic and a woman, she's still out here like, I'm gonna start exercising, I'm gonna start swimming. Okay. And she doesn't go like, oh, I'm fat. I say, well, I'm diabetic, I'm fat, I can't help it, I'm just gonna sit at home and relax and eat sugar all day. No, she goes like, enough is enough, I gotta lose weight. And she started swimming and exercising and walking, things like this. Okay, so I'm impressed with her. So, what's your excuse if you're a 40-year-old man or 30 and you're fat? Okay, you're not type 1 diabetic and like a middle-aged mom. Okay, okay. So my mom has a mom bod, okay. She's got a mom bod. See, so if she had a bad dad bod, I'd be extra concerned. But she's got a mom bod. My mom has a mom bod, okay. So now she's excused because she's a mom. So it was strange if she had a dad bod, I'd be criticizing her. So. Okay, so. See if I do a last rep. Maybe I'll do another rep here. I feel recuperated here, and I'm ready to do another rep. It can be better. So how I'm exercising is not necessarily recommendable. Okay. Meaning sometimes I kind of train a little bit too hard or something like this with the cardio and things like this, and with the bicep curling, like bodybuilding type exercise I did today, it would be better to get myself, if you're concerned about the gains, make it less of a cardio exercise and wait a little bit longer in between each rep. So now I did kind of pump out 3 reps, one after the other, like 10 bicep hammer curls, right arm, switch to the left, and then as soon as I'm done with the left, switch to the right again, and things like this. If I was trying to maximize my gains, I might wait a little bit more at each rep to make sure I kind of caught my breath. So it's more like a aerobic, more cardio today. So I'm gonna pump one more we go for 10. Yeah. 10 bicep hammer. I don't always exercise too fairly where I go and do it until I can't finish it anymore. A lot of times I pick a weight that I'm expecting I can do. Like let's do 8, or let's do 10, or let's do aim for 15 or something like this. No, I'm aiming for 10 here. So 10 bicep hammer curls. This is 10 pounds at least, so that's 22 pounds. And not really that heavy, but it's heavy enough. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 und the 4 und the 5 und 6 und 7 und 8 und 9 und 10. Okay, so counting in German makes it a lot more radical of an exercise. Yeah, okay. So here we go. Especially if you have a mustache when between exercising and counting in German with a mustache. It makes it more radical. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So that's 10 bicep hammer curls in total. I've done what? I think 4 sets per hour, possibly 5 or 6. So I really like these gloves. I do a lot of shopping with Tim, and it might not always be as good quality if you buy it in Sweden and like bigger brands, but a lot of times it's high quality enough. Now I wouldn't recommend buying like knockoff. Like if you buy Cold Steel, for example, if you have a Cold Steel knockoff, it's not going to be as high quality as what. Now the stuff like this comes from Temu for sharpening knives, and it can be good enough. It's a knife sharpener. Also bought a wet sand Temu for about 5-6 bucks, maybe 4. I don't know. So, still didn't break my fast. It's 17:25. I woke up around 17. What is it? I woke up around 11 today. I'll change the tire screen. Try it. Also, I went to YouTube Live and I hit translate, so I figured out the heck. So Japanese people, I know a little bit. I know greeting level Japanese, okay, and a few other languages. Which what I mean by that, kind of like hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, thank you, yes, no, and then maybe counting to 3. Okay, maybe on a good day. So okay, yeah. But the text I can't read hiragana, katakana, kanji. I can't read the alphabet. Similar to Russian, where I can understand a little bit of Russian, very basic level, reading level. But I can't read Cyrillic Russian. Like the letters are different. So what I figured out is I can go to YouTube, my chats I was seeing like it's like Japanese letters, and I got curious. Where's the body? And I went to my laptop, clicked my own screen, started playing it, and I can click on Google Chrome, translate, and then auto translate. So anything that's not in English gets auto translated, any text. And it says, I'm asleep, good night. Okay, here. And then, by the way, your Japanese was okay. Thank you, arigato gozaimasu. But I'm sleepy, so I'm going to sleep, sorry. No problem, good night. And if I click translate, notice before I click translate that this is what I was saying. If I click translate to English, it translates the comments to English. So let's see if this guy has any videos of his own. Yes, I'm already subscribed to him. So I'm gonna drop his link actually. Here, home, featured. Gonna drop his link in the chat. Help a brother out. No, he's not a Christian, so he's not full on about it, but just being facetious. Yeah, so that's gonna be the end of the live stream. Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so my wife lives in Thailand. She's my wife. I don't care. So only since if I will laugh at you. I don't care. If I go on a panel, and it's like sometimes there's women asking if I'm single. Somebody said on a panel, and I go, yeah, I'm not. Do you have a girlfriend? It's like, no, I have a wife. Okay. And sometimes the people will laugh at it, be like, well, it's like, where is she? It's like, well, we didn't meet yet. We had a long relationship. I don't care. I'm a Christian. I, I don't think that you have to have a certain exchange rings. I believe that you can, if you just start talking about it and go, let's spend the rest of our life together. You're my husband, you're my wife, and then it's like this. You can count. If I want to make it official, yeah, I'm intent to make it official. If and when we're able to meet in the flesh, have a ceremony, and hopefully there won't be any like Buddhist monks setting himself on fire and protest because she's marrying a Christian or something like this. So okay, that's a joke. I saw we once we talked on the message because he's a Christian, so I went up to the Lord. As a Christian, I'm supposed to marry unbelievers. Okay. So one time I showed him like, hey, did you see this? And it's like one of these videos where it's like a Buddhist monk in protest set himself on fire with gasoline. Okay. And I told him, I hope it won't be like that if we get married. I'm like, when we get married? It's like we invite family, friends, Like, so I hope it won't have to be like this. Like this whole Buddhist mind that shows up and sets yourself on fire outside of way or something like that. Okay. It's like, whatever, that's a joke, okay? And I told her, it's like, it's sad, honey. This guy, after this, it's same thing forever, see? This is a picture of a Buddhist monk who set himself on fire, a human body in flames. And I go, it's sad, he's like this now forever. After he died from this, he wake up, he's saying only forever. Which is the truth. Okay. I don't hate Buddhists, but anybody, Catholic, atheist, if you want to go to heaven, you have to become a Christian. The Bible teaches, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man cometh to the Father but by me. So God the Father lives in heaven. You want to spend eternity in heaven, you have to go through God the Son, Lord Jesus Christ. Okay? Neither is there salvation in the other, for there is one name given under heaven where the name must be saved. Now, so also the good news is anybody can get saved. If it's a Buddhist, atheist, Catholic, Muslim, they can get saved, but they have to do the thing that God tells them to get saved. So, I don't hate people or other religions, but I don't pretend to agree with the ideologies of belief systems that I don't. So anyway, I have my wife, wonderful. She lives in Thailand. She's a lovely lady. I pray to God. She's an answer to prayer too. I was single for many years, content to be that way. And I started praying to God to help me find a good wife. One. And God knows what's a good wife. Proverbs. A virtuous woman who can find for prices far above rubies or something like this. Meaning she's more valuable than finding a diamond or a ruby before, something like this. So, good women are hard to come by now. So, after getting to the point where I decided I wanted to stop being single, and also I wasn't desperate, strong enough to live alone. I had a long relationship with a woman. We lived together in Sweden, and we broke up, and I was living alone, being single for maybe, 12 years after that, until I got to a point, and I didn't hit clubs and try to hook up with people, something like this. Like maybe 5-6 years ago, I started thinking, you know what, I think I might want to get a wife. And since I'm a Christian, I have standards. I'm not going to just jump into a relationship with anybody. So she has to be a good wife material. Okay. So I prayed to God to help me find a good wife, and God knows what a good wife is. And I prayed that she would either be, so that He helped me come across and find a good wife. Okay. A woman is good wife material. The same thing as I'm asking God to pick a wife and help me to find a divine matchmaker. And He knows obviously what makes a good wife material. One of the things would be the natural, like if they're like submissive and not like trying to be the boss in the relation or something like this. Okay. So that's part of loss. Even if you really like lost people, it's like a lost person, they're marrying a woman who's lost but is more submissive than another lost woman. That's more like masculine, and the most like wife and dominance in relationship, and up wearing the pants and all of this. Okay, so and you end up wearing a skirt. Don't get a relationship like that. We had the rest of your wife and she tried to put like a skirt on and you get your pants off and you put them on and just walk around, strut around there and they tell you big push up or something like this. Okay, like a real soldier. So anyway, that's the point. And she used extra softener in the clothes to know if you start sort of as part of clothing to get power over you. Okay, she used like a double dose of softener in the already washed clothes. So anyway, I prayed to God that He helped me find a good wife. And I prayed that she would either be a Christian when we come across and meet, or be open and receptive up to the truth and not become one after we meet. And God has answered these prayers. So I find a woman online that is good wife material. Okay, I can tell. And she wasn't a Christian, but after talking to her, she exhibits like a rare degree of openness, receptiveness to the truth. Which means when I start talking to her about heaven and hell, eternity, the Christian Godhead, she's not like really closed off to it. She seems curious and interested and willing to hear me out. And even to the point, it's like, I like when you read the Bible and talk about Jesus and teach me about things. Okay, so doing like private Bible studies and things like this. And eventually got to a point where I got her saved. And she's now saved, and she doesn't have doubts about her salvation, meaning she has full assurance, which is good. So after preaching gospel to her, I've asked her a few times, like, hey, are you sure? Where are you going to when you die? She goes, I'm heaven. And I go, why? She goes, because I believe in God, believe in Jesus. He died for my sin. He come back again. Okay, so it's like she gives me the gospel, and so basically the base of her assurance is knowing the gospel, having believed it, and on top of that, which should be enough, still believing it. So that's great, and thank God for her. Two is better than one. Okay, if two lie together, they have heat. Okay, if one is alone when you fall at warmth, but if you're two and one fall down, the other one can help as well. So there's a lot of guys that have died. They would be alive if they had a wife, because they like start having a heart attack. They, like because the wife was there, they called an ambulance. And the guy survived. They hit him with the defib or something like that. So basically, one of the benefits to having a wife is it can make life easier in certain ways. You can help each other. Okay, so. I'm a Christian and I believe in traditional gender roles, which means God will and different when we are able to use it in real life. Uh, it's like anything heavy is for me. So it's like something heavy needs to be carried around, something that's dangerous physically. Okay. Uh, something that's hard, heavy to do, lifting something heavy from the garage or something like this. That's my job and not her job. And other things like maybe cooking, cleaning is more. That's her stuff. And anything that's super hard physically and dangerous and/or that would be for me. And then obviously, it's not like you want to be ridiculous and be like, you can't cook as a man. It's like I might help out with the cooking too sometimes, and then cook and be like, hey, I want to cook today. I cook for both of us. But yeah, I believe there's certain things that are more natural for women to do, and certain activities and like responsibilities are more natural for men. So, like for example, if you have a house and you like dig a trench and put lift rocks out of that, so there'll be more a man's job, and lighter stuff is more a woman's job. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish up. The link that I just posted there was to a Japanese viewer who came in showing some support. I dropped the link there, and it's not complicated. Sometimes I end up talking about vitamin C. It might sound like it's complicated because it takes like 30 minutes and bring up a lot of details into this. So basically, it's not hard. You buy vitamin C powder, you can start making vitamin C water, and okay, it's pretty simple. So anyway, I gotta finish up now. I've been live for 1 hour, 39 minutes, 39 seconds, 40. So I had intended to be like around a 30-minute workout, and just like bonus, I ended up being live longer. So that's a good end of the video. Take care of yourself out there, or don't. It's your choice. If you're looking to take better care of yourself, you learn some helpful stuff in this video. If you're looking to be healthy, less sugar, more vitamins. So start taking vitamin C and other vitamins would be my advice. Less sugar. Okay. Here's some other like bonus stuff. Other things you can do for your health. Start filtering your water. So get a water filter system. If that's a filter pot, which like what I have, Dolphin filter pot. In America now they have the breeder. Okay, I don't think they have the brand that I use. I think it might be UPN only. But I use like a Dolphin filter pot. It's like a pot that you can fill with water, and it has a filter cartridge there. So then it's cheap. It's about $15 for the pot and it comes with a cartridge around wallet. And then I can buy a 3-pack or replacement filter cartridge for around $15 or so, 12, 15. And I use 2-3 per month filter cartridges, like two per month or so. And I actually use a bit longer than it says. It's like they're gonna tell you like switch it sooner. Okay, I suppose. So filtering water is something that can help. Like every little bit counts. There'll be less toxins flowing to your body per day, week, month if you get a water filter. So, if there will be toxins in your water, which is safer to count, it's going to be some bad stuff in your water than that it's not. Okay.
eat less sugar. Okay, so I've been recommending for a long time decrease your daily sugar intake. So eat. I recommend stay below 20 grams of sugar per day optimally. The closer to 0 grams of sugar per day you consume, the better. And some people are idiots. I saw this Mike Perry on his so but this has sugar, carbs convert to sugar. No, if you eat rice or potatoes and it becomes glucose in your body, it's not the same as eating sugar. Okay, so white refined sugar is a different thing. So if you're interested in like taking the challenge and getting all take some of my advice, if all you do is start taking vitamin C, that's going to make a difference. So here's some other things that can help your health to protect it if you think you have it already, to raise it, okay, to improve. Filter your water, eat less sugar, and I would recommend aim to stay below 20 grams of sugar per day, and the closer to zero, the better. So, and the goodness is this: you don't have to count fruit sugar as sugar. We talk about white refined sugar. Okay, so white refined sugar is different. So consuming fruit sugar in its natural occurring forms doesn't count towards your daily gram of sugar. Okay, so eating a banana, it has fruit sugar, and let's say it's 12 grams of fruit sugar or something like this. Okay, that's not the same as 12 grams of white refined table sugar. Okay, so or eating an orange, where you're eating an orange and it's bound to solids, it has some fiber in there and some counterbalancing antioxidants and this and that in there that kind of helps. So yeah, anyway, fruit sugar you can have feel that you eat grapes, uh, date fruit, honey. This doesn't count as sugar. Okay. So I'm gonna finish up. This could be the end of the video. Thanks to the people that hit a like on the screen, and take care of yourself out there. I got in this lesson from my wife. We wonderful. My lovely wife. I like to stay in shape too. I like it when my wife sees me go, wow, you're sexy. Like, wow, I like your six pack or something like this. So it's not just like I'm like, wow, she's looking good. She has the same feeling about me. That's optimal. I like that. My wife thinks I'm attractive. Like, wow, you look great or something like this. And it's not just me. Like, wow, you look good to me. She has the same thing. Okay, so I'm intending to stay in shape for myself, and it doesn't hurt to my wife. It's like, wow, you fawns over me. She said, wow, you're great, man. I love that. So I'm intending to stay in shape. Let's get better video. Take care of you. And like I said before, nothing I've said in this video is particular disclaimer. Nothing I've said in this video is particular medical advice or information. It's pure my personal belief and opinion. Talk to a doctor before making a licensed physician, before making any changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and or medication. Talk to a doctor, a licensed physician, before starting to or stop to take any supplements and or medications. Okay, it's a black label warning. Yeah. So that's it.